guys. Good morning.
Hi,
Look
Kevin.
who has dropped by our studio. Oh my God. OMG. I don't say that very often, but we have Kevin Bacon in the house. And of course, you know, he's on the new show, which is awesome, called The Following here on Fox. And we're going to talk about that. But first, I want to introduce you to everybody in the Hangout.
Okay.
We have Chris Yates, who's hanging out with us from Texas.
Howdy.
We have Diano, who is in Reno.
Howdy.
Justin is in the UK. He's in Brighton. We've got Kempton in Canada.
Hello, Kevin.
In Kansas City.
I can.
Kyle is in Milwaukee.
Hi.
Renzo is in Venezuela. We've got Trev, who is in England as well. And Zoreen is in Sacramento at our Fox sister station.
Fantastic. Wow,
yeah.
that's great.
And for those of you watching on air, I love it. I see you guys. Make sure you thumbs up and like us, please. And if you have a comment, just tag me or anyone in the Hangout, and we'll get it to Kevin, because I know you guys have tons of questions. Okay, so first of all, I want to start with The Following. But before that, I just want to say that my sister-in-law lives in St. Louis. And I guess you were in the pet parade last week.
We were, yeah, played with the band, yeah.
That is so awesome.
It was fun, yeah. St. Louis is a great town.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've not been, so I want to go visit my sister-in-law. And so she was saying how awesome it was, because being in the pet parade, and of course, as a dog lover, we just love you even more.
Yeah, we're big dog peoples. Yeah.
That's great. So anyway, I think the last time you were here was 4 years ago, and you were here with your brother.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think you were doing some music.
Great.
Then. So anyway, welcome back.
Thank you.
And we love the show, The Following.
Thank you so much.
I just watched the pilot episode myself, and I'm hooked. I'm into serial killers. These guys know. I love Dexter, so that's like one of my favorite shows, but now The Following is also my favorite show. And I want to start off the question with you, is that someone had posed in the Hangout. He could not make the Hangout because we have a maximum of 10 people in the Hangout.
I see.
And he wanted to know what you liked most about playing Ryan.
You know, I think that I like the fact that he is the hero, and
sort of the anti-hero.
But he's the anti-hero. You know, he's a complex guy. It's as complex as any character I've ever played. You know, he's got a lot of guilt. He's got a lot of sadness. He's got a lot of personal issues, and you know, that's just a place that I like to go as an actor. You know, it's gonna be fun in the course of this year to peel back the layers of who he is, because I think that in the first few episodes there's a little bit of kind of mystery about
hints. Yeah, definitely. I liked what he said about how he belongs in people's pasts. You know, I like that line. That was a really good line.
Yeah. I think that he you know, what you find out is that he's feels that he is surrounded by death, and that when he's around, bad things happen. And he's not wrong about that.
Well, I can't wait to see more, definitely. And these guys are huge fans of yours, and I know that you have questions. So I'm going to give the first question to Kim Beasley. Go ahead, Kim.
Hi, Kevin. I have a big hello from Michelle Lee, who was the reporter in your in the first Following. And one of the questions that I have for you is what type of prep do you have to do for your character, because it's such a dark character?
Well, I think that there's all kinds of preparation. There's just the preparation of life, you know, just to kind of experience things and hold on to your experiences and keep them in your heart and be able to share them, you know, whatever those experiences are, good, positive, sad, you know, fearful, anger, all those things. You know, I have to kind of get into a headspace that's a dark headspace. So the other day, we'd been having some really bad weather in New York where we shoot the show, and I woke up and it was like a 50-degree sunny day, and I was in a really, really good mood. And on my way to work, I thought, wow, I got to get out of this good mood, because this is not going to be applicable to my day's work.
That's cool that you get to shoot at home.
It is,
in New York.
Yeah, it's great.
Kempton, yes, go ahead.
Yes, Kevin, I love you since Footloose. So my question is, can you tell us some background story that are unknown? How did you land on the role of Ryan in The Following?
Well, I had been looking for a television series to do for I'd been looking for about 3 years, and I finally realized that there was great writing on television, and I saw the experience my wife was having.
I was going to say if that influenced you.
Oh yeah, totally, and I got a chance to really see it secondhand. And I read great pilots one after another, and then finally this one came to me, and I sat down. I couldn't put it down. I ripped right through it, and I said, I think this is the one.
Kyle, did you have a question too?
Yes, I did. Kevin, great to meet you. I've been a fan for years and years from A Few Good Men and everything else you've done. This
Thanks.
question actually comes from my girlfriend. She wants to know if you can still do the Footloose dance.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what the Footloose dance is.
I think Julie was trying to do something just a moment ago. Our own truly Julie. Can I ask you a quick question about that? Is it true that you used to pay people to not play that song when
Well,
you would
yeah. I
get
mean, if I go to a wedding, absolutely. Because the reason that I do that is not because I don't like the song, because I
Yeah,
love
'cause
the
you love
song.
the
It's a
song,
great
right?
song. We used to do it in the band and stuff like that. I think it's a fantastic song. I love Kenny Loggins. Um, it's just that if you're in a public situation,
Yes.
social, when that song comes on, if I dance to it, people usually form a circle around me. Start laughing, like
Awesome.
I'm a trained monkey.
No bueno.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I can understand why you would. Yes, Chris, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, as far as being a famous actor, what blows me away is this whole bacon burn that everybody talks about. How close are? How does that make you? Is it laugh about it? Do you have fun with it? The 6 degree separation of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned to embrace it because I didn't really have a choice. It just didn't seem to go away. You know, I thought that
It's still here.
Yeah,
20
it's
years.
back from
yeah.
the '90s. I mean, I thought that it was gonna go the way of hula hoops and pet rocks, and what I've done is taken the idea and turned it into 6degrees.org, which you can go and check out. It's a charitable website where we raise money for millions of charities, and it's been a really it's kind of been a great feeling to take something that initially I thought was irritating and turn it into something that I'm very proud of.
That's wonderful.
That's cool. Very cool.
6degrees.org.
6degrees.org.
Oh, we'll have to definitely check that out, you guys. Deanna, did you have a question? Go ahead.
Absolutely. Kevin is like, as much as the geek in me wants to ask about X-Men, I'm not going to do that because I'm a really big fan of the following. and your character and James's character is like, I mean, just have this adversarial relationship that kind of spreads through the whole show. And it's like, I'm just wondering, it's like, what is it like to work together? It's like, do y'all feel that that chemistry is like, I mean, because you see the two of y'all together and there's some really powerful scenes with you two.
Yeah, we have a great working relationship, James and I. In fact, I'm constantly waiting for those scenes that we actually get to interact. And from the first time we walked on a set together, it was just an immediate connection. He's a fantastic actor. He makes great choices. Is incredibly well prepared. Really great at listening. Really great at thinking on his feet and creative. And I always like to get to play. When we get to play together, it's great. And one of the things I think is you talk about chemistry. And one of the things that's kind of strange and interesting about this show is that there is a kind of bromance between these two guys. You start to see it in subsequent episodes. There's some great stuff in I'm not exactly sure what episode it is, but where I'm with him before I find out that he's a serial killer, and you see that he's actually a guy that I wish I could be more like, and that I could hang out with, and that I sort of admire in a strange way.
Well, he's wooed everyone else, so it would be natural that you would as well.
Yeah.
Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you about your filming in Apollo 13. What was it like remembering lines, taking directions whilst you were Comet?
Yeah, well, for those of you that don't know, on Apollo 13, we got an opportunity to shoot on what's called the KC-135, which is an airplane that that NASA uses to train.
Oh, it simulates being in space?
It simulates zero gravity for 25 seconds. And the way you do it is you fly straight up and then you dive, and you fly straight up and you dive and you fly straight. These are called parabolas. As you go over the top of this parabola, the balance between the centrifugal force that's throwing you away from Earth and the gravitational pull balances out for 25 seconds, and you actually float. So we built the sets up there. It's kind of like the world's scariest roller coaster. And it was a challenge. It really was. I mean, to not puke and to try to say lines and still be floating. And on the other hand, it was an once in a lifetime experience. Incredibly fun to fly like Peter Pan and do flips and put tang in the air and bite it out of the air. It's pretty amazing.
Who did I miss? Renzo, go ahead.
Hey Kevin, such an honor to meet you. You're one of my favorite actors, and like my question to you is like, I mean, have you ever tried or you ever wonder why you can play like the good guy instead of the bad guy? Because when we know about a movie when you're on, we know that you're gonna play the bad guy. So have you seen yourself like the good guy and the hero in the story or in the film?
In this show, he is the hero. I think he's sort of a flawed hero for sure. But I've played good guys too. I mean, I sort of feel like I don't classify characters in that kind of way necessarily. It's more, are they interesting, complex? Is it something that's exactly like something I've done before, or do I get a chance to explore something new?
Trev, I know you don't have a question, right? But I just wanted to.
You can pass it over if you want. I mean, it's not an important one, but yeah.
Okay. Zorine, I'm not sure if you had one, so I'm going to go to Diano. Go ahead, Diano.
With the fairly prolific career that you've had so far, Kevin, I'm just wondering, it's like, what haven't you done yet that you would love to do, that you would jump the chance to do?
Let's see. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's something about now if being on the television show and being in such a dark place, and I think that a lot of the kind of work, some of the work that I've done has been so dark that to do things that are kind of lighter in nature and do something funny is going to be fun. I've got a movie called R.I.P.D. that's coming out this summer, and the character is just funny. Yeah, funny.
I love it.
And I think it was really fun to do that.
What about like a singing or musical type of character?
I certainly would be open to it.
Yeah?
I've never really sung in a movie as far as I know.
Yeah, no, I don't think you have. I would love to. I mean, especially with your musical background.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kevin.
Kevin. I will give you the Kempton question.
Okay, Kempton has the Kempton question. So, Kevin, I only discovered Footloose like 2 years ago, and I love it. My question to you is, seriously, 2 years ago, and I love it because I think it's
you weren't born when it came out.
Yeah, because
no, he's Asian. He looks a lot older than you think.
Can you explain why do you think that it is such a timeless movie, and in some sense, it's maybe more relevant in today's America? Can you talk to that?
I don't really know. It's I mean, it's like whatever, lightning in a bottle. How do you explain why anything taps into something that's going on culturally, musically, and emotionally with all these kind of elements come together. It's certainly one of the things that was interesting about that film that a lot of people forget is that it was the first time that the music of the film was marketed before the film came out. So they released a lot of those songs and started to get radio play and started to get people associated with the music before they even saw the film. So that when those tunes came on, it was like you already had a lot of an emotional connection to it. I also think that people like to dance, and that's what was really at the heart of it.
Exactly. Okay, you guys. Well, listen, thank you so much for hanging out with Kevin. Don't forget, The Following is on tonight on Fox. And also music-wise, where can we
you can go to baconbros.com. There's a whole, and we got a Facebook page and
so you're
Twitter.
into social media and all that stuff?
Oh yeah.
You're good. Yeah. Okay, will you guys take a quick photo of us before we go? Okay.
Sure.
This is the camera right here. Cheese. Yay.
Awesome.